still fight doubt. And the only person that's gonna stop me is me.
Other people. I literally
Once
just
I
told her,
overcame that fight,
like, okay, well, I don't know if you didn't know this or not, but I'm making sure you know now. You ain't the only one.
Rejected, neglected, I feel disrespected. They told me go left, I didn't learn the right lessons. Been hard on my grizzle, my hustle got deadly. Y'all rap about shit I done murdered already. Ain't changing my image, focused on my vision. Hard-headed, don't listen, fake love, I ain't with it. This path I'm committed, slip up but ain't tripping. My mind always spinning, ain't talking about fidget. Just run me, my digits go broke, I ain't limping. It ain't come to me, so I had to go get it. I came from a city with niggas, it's vicious. The love be fictitious, see hate from a distance. It made me a fighter, got pushed to my limits. I took a few L's and then got so discouraged. With God as my witness, from whence I was forged. No golden gate bridge, but I came back a warrior. I came back immortal, invincible even. My faith is much higher than what you believe in. They wanted me gone on my soul, I ain't leaving. Spoke life into every verse you receiving. My music lives on when my bones turn to dust. There's power in words, so bitch you should hush. My mind overflowing in lyrical floods. Fuck building an art, you gon' need you a sub. I rose through the pavement, I stand on my morals. Been stabbed in the heart, now my scars are enormous. I took all your stones and created a fortress. Been fighting off demons that constantly torment my mind, and my thoughts are a little abnormal. Been crossing out squares that won't fit in my circle. Can't kill what I said, and this verse is eternal. With God on my side, I can't die, I'm immortal. Creation,
the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first and world championship titles in a record 8 different weight division, guarantees his place in the Hall of Fame. He's recognized and known the world over as the people's champion.
My name is D-Nice. My name is D-Nice. My name is D-Nice. Taking out your sucking head. Yeah, and you don't stop.
So yeah, it got real interesting. What's good, everybody? I got my bro on the phone. We just politicking and chopping it up amongst each other. That's brotherhood talk. And I'm gonna run y'all a clip I got posted on my Facebook, and it's odd. It's really odd. Just some of the concepts and mindsets that's you don't expect people to know everything, but you expect them to have an idea about at least the people who they dealing with, right? Yeah, and that shit right there is a misconception too. So we need to throw that in the books. We need to throw that in the books too. So I'm gonna play the video. First things first. It is May 21st, 2024. They never been in again. They never be in before. And a lot of you people are lining up to graduate. Let me continue to give y'all congratulations. Because a lot of people don't understand. Some graduations take place in the start of January, and then there seems to be up to about August. So congratulations to all those people that made it that far in that endeavor. And I hope it really works out for the best for y'all. Today we're having a discussion. I'm having talks with one of my bros out of Michigan, man. Truly a good brother of mine. And the solid question is who's misinforming women? And why is this? Well, who's misinforming women about men? Because it's not a who's better discussion. That's not what's going on. So if you have that in your mind, go ahead and let that go left. That's not what's going on. It's really a real question. And I'm going to be the one to say it. Sometimes some misinformation does come from us men. It's very few. that some misinformation comes from us, man.
The single's open.
Why is that a question? Because it's a question, Niet. You can come up here and answer it, but who's misinforming you women about men? That's why it's a question. It's a worthy question. It's a reasonable question. That's why. Would you rather that question, or would you rather, what was your body count before you turned 22?
Trying to be nice.
So it's a legit question. We know the answers though. I mean, we have an idea.
Yeah.
We do have an idea of the answers of some of these questions. But the biggest, I guess the biggest thing that I take away from it is this, is that as I look at the younger generation, I look at the kids that have to then deal with it, right? Yeah, some of it, but it's more than that. It's something more direct. You know what I mean? Household, media, entertainment, relationship, life experience. Yeah, those do play a part. But there's something more convincing than all of that. There's a source. There's a trusted source that these individuals are pulling from. For example, your house catches on fire. Are you calling the ambulance to put out the fire? Are you calling the fire department to put out the fire? Are you calling your calculus teacher to put out the fire? The trusted answer is going to be the fire department.
All day long.
Because that's what you know them to handle. That would be the specialties. So there is... Unless
my calculus teacher is part of the volunteer fire department. But other than that, right.
Our feelings and our experience is the source. Well, there goes that mystery coming to the forefront on a lot of levels. But yeah.
Wait. Read that again.
Our feelings and experiences is the source.
Projection.
You ain't shit.
You notice I hit the mute button after I said
it. Whomever is available first.
You can't give me a false reality. I live in reality. I can't live in that improbability.
Right.
The first word was impossible, and then the second word was improbable.
So,
which means it's pretty much impossible to get to that improbability, and I can't live in that 1%.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up this video. I want to know if you can hear it that I posted. It's an odd situation, yo. But damn it, here we are. So let me see if I can get this.
Should be stopping with all the noise. Actually, it might get noise as I run through the bleachers.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to figure out why this thing not. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so here we go. Had to fix some stuff. Welcome everybody. Shout out to Niet. I don't know who else is in here. I gotta go back and check. But if you're on YouTube, say what's up. Twitch and Facebook. Twitch comments come through. Facebook comments don't. So if you're on Facebook, do something, and I have to read the Facebook chat. But I'm going to play this video. And let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. Hey, you there, bro?
natural body or a BBL?
BBL.
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 BBL. BBL. BBL.
BBL. BBL. BBL. Do you prefer a natural body or a BBL?
Natural.
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 Natural. Natural.
Natural.
Natural. Natural.
Natural body.
Do you think that men prefer a natural body or a BBL?
BBL.
BBL.
BBL. BBL. BBL. BBL. BBL.
BBL. BBL. BBL. Do you prefer a natural body or a BBL?
Natural.
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 Natural. Natural.
Natural. Natural.
Natural.
Could you imagine if a BBL was a drink and you walked into a bar and natural is also a drink?
Yeah.
And they have a special at the bar on BBLs. It's a 2-for-1. And all the men come in to the bar and say, natural, natural, natural,
You're
natural,
stressing them out. Move away from the nest. You're stressing them out.
natural.
God, why do just some people just stupid?
Did
The
I-
doggone bird's got a nest on
Wait
the
a
ground.
minute.
The dumb girl jumps over the fence next to the doggone bird and standing there, and the bird's screaming, and she just standing there looking at it. And I'm like, you're stressing the damn bird out. Why are you messing with the bird? It's on its nest. Leave it alone. Get down away from it. What the-
It's
Just
fine.
stupid.
It's
At school.
hey man, it's okay, brother. It's okay. It's okay. Again, somebody was misinformed.
It must have been her feelings that told her it was okay to do
Oh,
that.
shut your ass up. So,
Or was it a previous experience she had?
who knows? However, it comes to this misconception, because what I'm noticing is that the small that do slip through the cracks, then the majority tend to want to follow, and then when the results don't vary or fare out the same, then they're discombobulated by what they've done. So look at this right here. Choosing one of the worst degrading videos recorded is recording to perception to present the chosen message. Well, no, it's not just that one video. I mean, yeah, we've been through this before. We talked about the video where there was women that said they prefer somebody who was on Percocets versus somebody who was sober.
What?
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. When it comes to certain things that the majority are doing, we want to ignore it. But when we discuss the majority being the way it is, then we highlight the minority. Why do we do that? Why?
Depends on which one we're trying to argue to make our benefit, to make it benefit us.
Yeah, I mean, how is that the majority? Because of the interaction that takes place through the people who are participating.
It's not. But that's how they'll shift the argument or the visual in order to justify to make the argument correct. If that fantasy, if there's the possibility, even though, like we just said, ain't nobody out here running around looking for a hooker to marry, but if one gets married, they believe they all can get married.
Right. Right. And which is a grave misconception that that's what's going to happen. You know, the thought of, hey, Roger made it to the NFL and became MVP his rookie year and was rookie of the year and also made the Pro Bowl. Okay. So everybody else could do what Roger did. Yeah, sure.
It is true.
It's true.
Everybody can do what Roger did. But the problem is, And actually, actually not true, because everybody's not necessarily physically fit to be able to do what Roger did. So that eliminates a lot of people. So now we're getting down to the people who are just physically fit and able to do what he did.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's the workout that he did. It's the other things that he did to incorporate to be able to do whatever it was that he did.
Right.
So unless you're willing to go through the steps that he did, and that still doesn't guarantee that you'll be able to do what he did. That just puts you in a better running.
Right. So Niet says, right people choose the evidence for the point they are trying to make. In some cases, I would agree with you. That would be the case. However, that's not the case when it comes to the misinformation that women get about men. It's been said, even from other women, that when they see men like something on Instagram, they make the assumption that that's what men in general want. That's that. You will make a very fucked up move at the chess table thinking that you got somebody on lock from something that they did. So the fact that someone could watch a man like a couple pictures on Instagram will make the assumption that that's what he wants. Not the fact that hey, he had something to do with the photo, or B, he actually knows the person, or C, he's just tapping the screen just to draw likes. It's going to be that's what he wants. So when you say right people choose the evidence for the point they are trying to make, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. The misinformation that men want women with BBLs, like they desire women with BBLs. And when men in turn give you that truth, that's not what they want. That's not what they desire. And I could get it. I could even go as far as to a point where you could say, well, these men are messing with these women. They're sleeping with them. Okay. I could see where the misconception can be led from. However.
So then D.
Yes, sir.
So D. So then that means men like handicapped women. Because they mess with handicapped women. And somebody else was telling me, I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody on the TikTok was telling me about their, anecdotal story. And they were talking about a family member who's handicapped in a wheelchair. She's got 5 baby daddies. So men like handicapped women in wheelchairs too. So y'all need to get handicapped and get wheelchairs.
Handicapped, wheelchairs, and BBLs.
Yeah. Matter of fact, getting a BBL probably gonna make you handicapped and put you in a wheelchair. So yeah, okay.
That's pretty. That's a damning combination just to get a man. Get handicapped from your BBL, and then you finally get the man you want because you believe that men want handicapped BBL chicks, and this came from a woman.
And one other thing, so my 400-pound life or whatever it is, how come ain't none of them getting over 400 pounds? Because I ain't seen not one of them that weren't single. I'm sorry I'm on my shit today. I am on it today. I'm sorry. You picked the right day or the wrong day, but you got me on my shit today.
Wow. So you make this point, and it's very valid. These 400, 600-pound women are not single. Yet, in turn, they're not going to go rush to be 400 and 500 pounds to get the man they want. Interesting. That is interesting. Damn it, boy. You must have had you some of that Flint water today. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's
Man, you gotta cut that out. I'm up here busy running around making some kids think I'm laughing at them. I ain't had no shit. Like, let me hurry up and get away from here, bro, before somebody starts saying something. He looked at me.
yeah. So
why your mama sent you to school with no damn clothes on anyway?
wow.
If she's so terrified of bears.
No. I'm just how okay, so here's a question. How do we help them get cleared up from the misconception about men?
Well, for starters, whoever that said that they go off of their experiences and what did she say, their feelings?
Mm-hmm.
You might want to stop doing that. Because that does not apply or work with men. Now, it might work with women, but it does not work with men. Second of all, truly listen to us, but listen for consistency. And then also listen and look for the contradictions. Does what we saying line up with what we do? Because that's how we treating y'all. That's how I'm treating them. I don't care what she say. I'm watching how you move. Because your mouth can tell. I found out, man, I was doing something and I ended up doing something on accident and I got to look it up and see if it's something real. But it's like, what is your trauma type? And I was like, wow. So it started making me dig and look. And my trauma type's a liar. She likes to tell me what I want to hear. So I have to be mindful of my trauma type and be mindful of women who tell me what I want to hear and watch how she moves.
That's interesting.
But
Trauma
that's
type.
me taking some accountability, though. I could keep pointing fingers and say, these women are cheap, they dry, they jacked up. It's like, no, just the ones I like.
Hold on. Let's dive into that because that's a phrase that I never really
Yeah, it was something I just it hit me because I started looking at the women I was dating because at first I had to say I like 304s, but then it's like it's deeper than that. Who don't like a 304? Everybody like they woman to be, deeper than that because
I don't think they want their woman to be a 304.
With them.
Even then, I don't think they want them to be a 304 with them. Like, could you imagine going to the barber shop? I like my woman at home because that's when she loose. Wait a minute now. Hey, T-Max, that work, baby. Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, what you trying to do? I gotta get my woman home. That's what she do.
I gotta get my woman home. I ain't work hard for this $40 for nothing. You. Wait a minute.
I gotta get her home.
Wait a minute. Could you imagine though if that was a standard in relationships? Like,
man, you wouldn't have no divorces, man. Come on.
Could you imagine like you in a committed relationship and hey, listen, hey baby, I'm short. I got $39.75. Can you spot me a little bit?
Check it out the bigger picture though. That's just going into the vacation fund for the big one. We go on vacation and then we really can get, both of us can be one. Now she gotta pay you that night.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So trauma types. Okay. Trauma types. Let's get back on there. Now, could that be a placement on the misconception of information about men? Trauma types have something to do with it?
I think that definitely has a lot to do with it because, avoiding your trauma type or figuring out what you're avoiding, sitting back and looking at your trauma type, now you got to take accountability. Now you can't keep pointing fingers.
Okay, so there's only 3 types. There's the emotional, childhood, and physical. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So I could see. So the emotional trauma could lead people into a place being of misinformed about the opposite sex. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Right.
So because of your trauma, you're experiencing the same thing over and over again because you basically are seeking out the same type of person, even though they're different people. And so then you keep seeking out different people. And like we say, the only thing that these people have in common is you. But you won't acknowledge it's you, so you're blaming it on the people when the truth is the traumas that you're seeking.
That sounds like that sounds like a concoction of damage right there, man.
Yeah.
When you get to that point, it becomes where you're not really in tune with self. You're more cautious of what everybody else is saying versus what you should be thinking of yourself. And then that can see where that level of projection could come from.
Yeah, and then you start picking other people's stuff up to protect yourself that ain't never even happened to you.
Wow. That's pretty solid. Fucked up, but solid.
It's gonna make me dig deeper in this than I was planning on. It was just something I just was playing with and did live with it. And like you said, we all started looking deeper into it and started digging back. Like I said, you're dating different people. There's different people, different communities, even to the point of people going to different cultures, and you still keep finding the same. How else can you justify that? And it's not that all men are bad or all women are bad. We all know that's a lie.
Right. We should know.
To accept that lie, then they accept there's something going on with me.
I'm glad you said that. So let's hang right there for just a tad bit and then go back to the original discussion. The common denominator in all situations is you.
Correct.
Because regardless if you work at Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Exxon, FedEx, Xerox, Enron, IBM, you're the common denominator that they all have in common with.
Correct.
So if the situation, right. So if the situation doesn't change, and like you say, because what's happening now is that there is that cultural, let me intermingle with this culture because this person is so much better and this group is so much better. And it's being done by men and women of all cultures.
Correct.
But the common denominator is you.
Yeah. But then you won't wrestle with that it was something about you to change, but it was different when I was over here. Did you ever stop to think you thought it was different when you went over there, so you acted different when you went over there, which gave you a different result when you got over there? I'm just saying. But again, that would be me taking accountability. We don't do that. I actually got a hand in my problems. Where they do that at?
Wow. Okay. That summed that up real quickly. So
you know me, man. I told you I can't live in this fantasy. Man, my ex-wife, she these people that love to use astrology, but they only seem to use the astrology to justify the bad stuff they do. Well, because I'm a Pisces, I fantasize. Okay, well, if you know you're a Pisces and you know that you fantasize, then you need to figure out how to get yourself back to reality.
So what happens when you run into the Pisces?
Find a bunch of other fantasizing Pisces and y'all can go live in the fantasy together.
So what happened when you run across a group of Pisces that's not a fantastical mindset?
I have no idea. You got the wrong. I have no clue.
You know, I can admit this. I have a strong like and dislike for astrology.
Yes.
And the like the like is all the different mindsets, right? Because anybody can come up and just like, you know, put some stuff together, right?
I'm a moon horse sign.
Right. But then the dislike is none of them ever line up. Like nobody's like you can read 8 different horoscopes that came out that day, and you're gonna get 8 total different perspectives.
Mm-hmm. And then some psychic nut that thinks she can tell you your future by just telling you a bunch of random stuff that just kind of general, close enough to, you know, D, you're gonna go outside today and it might be air for you. You might feel the heat from the sun, and it's probably gonna be kind of warm.
Okay, so let me ask you this then.
Somewhere hot.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah, that's how they do though.
So
let me be like, yes, I do. I can guess that.
Damn fool. So let me ask you this. Okay, because the situation now with everything that's been said recently is now how do we get this many women to have that much misinformation about men in general?
Oh, seriously? This is in the country that profits from. Let's just keep it 100. This country profits from misinformation. It loves to keep us misinformed because as long as we stay misinformed, we stay fighting each other. As long as we stay fighting each other, then they can sit back in the office and laugh and make policies and laws and have you sitting up here so goofy that you vote against your own best interest about something that ain't even got nothing to do with you. You got people, I can speak freely. I forgot where I am. So you got people running around here worried about somebody having an abortion and you ain't even having one. Why are you worried about somebody else having an abortion? You voting for some fool who's going to raise your taxes because you worried about somebody else over here having an abortion that ain't got nothing to do with you.
So somebody on my friends list had a poll up in their Facebook story. And the question was to the degree of, are you still a man if you're not emotionally available and something else that I forget? And you know, she's very attractive, so you know what happened in that situation with that poll. But I just messaged her and I just told her that unfortunately, yes, he's still very much a man if he's emotionally unavailable and several other things. The thing that you have to understand. The thing you have to understand. I said the thing you have to understand is that you have to understand what type of man he is.
Yeah.
He's just a man that's.
Touch on something else.
What's that?
You know another reason why women are misinformed?
Why is that?
Pretty privilege. Because
all of them ain't pretty though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why they're misinformed, because what goes for pretty girls don't go for every girl. And because it goes for the pretty girl, they think it goes for every girl, but they don't understand. No,
you know what? You know what? You just reminded me of a tweet about six or 7 months back. A girl tweeted on Twitter, well, X now, but we still call them tweets. She tweeted, I miss the days that twos knew that they were twos.
Yeah. Yeah, because now you can't tell the regular ones apart from the twos. Remember when you could tell the streetwalkers from the regular ones? Now everybody got cum catchers on their
Hey, right. They are.
They only knew that's what they were actually for. The big old eyelashes aren't for you to be seen and look pretty. They're actually called cum catchers.
Yeah.
And you can also catch lice in those things too.
Yeah, we had a discussion about a girl that went and got was it mink or chinchilla hair, and I'm like, it's already bad enough that you have to deal with your own personal mites in that area, and you go get some damn animal hair or fur and put that on, and now you ain't got no eyelids. Why you laughing, bro? I'm serious. Like there's like there's a line of separation that has to be understood. Like you don't cross that line, and it's not that you don't cross the line because you're not welcome there. It's like what's really best for you. Do you understand if being on the other side of that line, does that work for you? Like I can't tell you how many women that I actually sit up here and watch videos on, and they are disturbed at what they see in the mirror from going to go get BBLs and lip injections and all this other shit.
But it ain't stopping them from doing it.
No, I don't understand. Like you seen and hear all the horror stories, which is happening at a higher rate than normal because more of y'all are getting it done. And in some cases, you leave the country to get it done. And like to find out you traveling back with your ass up in the air, but then don't want nobody to look at the very thing that you went and got done. Could you imagine, bro, that you went to the Lamborghini dealership, dropped the top, rolled the windows down, and turned up your favorite jam, and got to the stoplight, and everybody from both sides is looking at you, and you say, "Stop looking at me."
Yeah, you got attitudes of people see looking at the very thing that you went out to go get to show off.
It's interesting. So there's the combination for sure of the misinformation that women have about men. But the biggest thing that I'm gathering is the trusted source is not really an actual person, because I don't believe that their moms or their aunts or their grandmothers or their best friends is like, "Hey girl, go get this injected ass because this is what men want." This has to come from a psychiatric situation that is from self, and then something that you're also doing is you're telling yourself this is what people like, but I don't think they look at them likes completely, because if you look at the likes of these particular individuals, it's not men that's liking it.
No.
It's more women liking these individuals' hair and makeup and BBLs than men.
Yeah.
The numbers are staggering.
Actually, you know what a man likes that they don't want no part of? Which is still jacked up. Because we go to the gym, and those women don't want you to look at them either. But it's like, that's what we look for. Somebody who wants to exercise, somebody who wants to work out. And it's like we're almost pinned into a trap because it's like we can't. I'll be cracking up because they be talking about they suppressed and they oppressed and this and that and the other. And I'm like, how you oppressed and you can say what you want and what you don't want?
Right.
If I speak too loud, I get censored. I can't say certain words on TikTok and stuff because it offends women. But you can say whatever you want to say about a man, and it's okay, fine, and dandy. So who's really oppressed? During the dating, I put on the dating app because I can't say that I don't want a heavy or overweight woman. So I have to put I want somebody that I'm looking for somebody to work out with.
Well, you wait.
Some of the women, it's funny because some of the women that would hit me up, it's like, you didn't read my profile at all, did you? Because I know doggone well ain't nothing in you talking about working out. You ain't even trying to work out. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I ain't gonna get myself in trouble. But you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you what that really is though. That is that is the ones that just slept through the cracks, because a lot of the times when people on dating apps, they ain't on there to really date. They on there to hook up.
I don't want no sex. I'm not looking for sex. And in the very next picture, you sitting there with your ass poked out.
Right.
Make that make sense.
All right.
You know, I'll be on them dating apps getting on their nerves anyway, because I done started getting to the point I just started telling them, you know, you talking about you looking for a man that can hold a conversation. Maybe you need to go to school and learn how to talk first. Because the problem is not that the man can't hold a conversation. The problem is you can't. Stop looking for people to fulfill your lack and learn how to fulfill your own lack. So that way you don't need somebody to fill it. You just be appreciative and happy when there is somebody there to take that load off of you. But stop looking for people to feel the lack of where you at. And the reason why I say that is, as you see, I have to monitor myself. I'm, you know, not as bad as I used to be, but I ain't got a problem talking a lot.
Right.
And so holding a conversation was never an issue with me until I run across these non-talking ass women. Who talking about they looking for a man to hold a conversation? And it's like I found out real quick it wasn't me. It's them.
That's a trend note. That is such a trend note.
Yeah, because I'm the kid who used to get in trouble for being sick. They because they couldn't put me nowhere in the classroom. They stick me next to the quietest kid in the class. And before the day was over, he was talking more than me.
Sound like you being
So
transparent.
don't tell me about somebody holding a conversation. So if I can't hold a conversation with you, you're the problem. Because I can hold a conversation with myself. I've done it. I got no problem with it.
That's tough right there, boy.
Hey, but check it out. How you doing? Fine. Oh, okay. How was your day today? Okay. Oh. Yeah, girl, you don't know how to hold no conversation.
Yeah.
How was your day?
Yeah.
Oh, my day was beautiful. This happened, that happened. I went out to lunch and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to lunch where? I like that restaurant. We can go there. We should go.
Yeah, that I always found that to be weird. When I was single, it was like, you know, you do the pleasantries, you know, hey, how you doing? Everything good with you? And then, you know, the little sneak comments. I don't want to do no small talk. Well, okay, okay. So now the next time you talk to me, what you bringing in on federal taxes at the end of the year? Why are you asking that? You don't want to have no small talks and shit. When last time you went and got your herpes and HIV test done? Wait, what? Why? Well, hold on. No. Because asking you what was your favorite food.
How we get rid of these senators and
right. Because asking what's your favorite food wasn't cool. Asking you what did you like to do? The small talks was not cool. So now I mean,
think the earth was round or flat?
Right.
We get to figure that out.
Who forced you to go to church? Because you don't be listening. Like, because now, how are you doing wasn't sufficient enough. It wasn't good enough. Hope you're having a good day wasn't good enough. So when you give them what they want, it's odd, right? It's odd. All these good morning, beautiful texts. Like, hey, fella, stop that. Say, hit her up and say, hey, ugly. Hey, atrocious.
This texter, what the fuck?
Right.
Let her figure it out.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you this. Go up to a random woman and just tell her no and walk away. You will save her life. I'm telling you will save her life. Because some of these women have never heard that before. And they need to hear it. It will save their lives. Just go up to her and say no and walk away. Don't give her no response. Don't answer her. I don't care how much she chase you down and ask you what you're saying no to. Don't just no and walk away.
Oh.
Don't say nothing else.
Oh, God.
You'll save her life. I'm telling you, you will save her life.
Just tell her no. Just find a random woman, walk up to her and say no.
And walk away. It might be the first time she ever heard it. You're gonna save her life.
Right. Jeez.
And especially if she's beautiful. Especially if she got pretty privilege. Oh, if you bad enough to do it to one of them, oh, you definitely gonna save her life because it's probably definitely the first time she ever heard it. But you gotta mean it too. Don't say it's not mean it. That's why I say walk away and don't say nothing.
Well, I mean, no, because no is no.
Right.
Nah, you can't just walk away. You got to say no and stare at her for about 5 good seconds and then walk away.
Okay, yeah, then walk away. While she trying to figure out what you're saying no to.
And use a foreign accent when you do it. No. Wait, what? Is he African? Wait, some African just walked up to me and screamed no. Yeah, that would be solid. That would be some information right there. That would be something. But it again, it just comes back to here's the thing. My understanding is with misinformation, there's a level of comfortability that you have with it. Because when you are not comfortable with the information that you have, even if it's dead on, right? Even if it's consistent to the point, there's always a question. You may not verbalize it. It may be an internal question. You're kind of always seeking, but there's a level of comfortability that if somebody can come up to you and say, all men like women with BBLs. All men like women with long eyelashes. All men like women with injected lips.
And you don't have any kind of rejection or the information is there for you to reject it.
Right.
And it looks like something that'll benefit you. You'll take that 1% and run with it.
And just and take off with it.
But the other piece too, they might not like this, but of course they don't like any answer that don't feel good to them. Because you ever ask her a question, you know she know the answer, but she won't answer it because the answer don't feel good to her. So they refuse anything that don't feel good. So while you keep telling me to be more emotionally intelligent, how's that working for you?
Or available. Yeah. You cannot make the request for somebody to be emotionally intelligent and you haven't displayed emotional availability to that person.
That would take some emotional intelligence.
Yeah, see how it circumvents. It circumvents. It circumvents real quickly, don't it?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I hope I ain't missing no comments over here on Facebook. It gotta be.
What you in between YouTube and Facebook?
Yeah. So I had to.
You're gonna have to teach me how to do that.
Oh, it's a magic trick, bro. All you gotta do is walk up to the finest woman in your city and say, "Wait right here." No. You gotta say, "Wait right here," and turn your back. Walk 10 steps. Turn around, and then fire. No. That's a new movie. I like that. I like that because although it is jovial, there's a lot of truth in it.
Yeah.
A lot of truth. You know, if you take, for example, who can I use? I can't use her because she ain't even part of the culture no more. Let's say Carrie Hilson. No, I'm not doing. I'm not going there. I'm not going there, bro. Let's say take Carrie Hilson, right?
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful woman. And let's say that beautiful woman is with a man and they out in public and you just out, you know, You just being cordial, right? You know, making everybody, you know, feel, make sure they good. Not going too far out your way. Just subtle exchanges. But Carrie asks you to bring her some water at a table that she's at. The water is already there at the table, but she's asking you to bring it, and that's a whole man right there. And the irony is, the thought process was, oh, that mofo already told you no. So now you're going to go against the grain and ask me. And because you're pretty,
you think somebody gonna give in and give you what you want.
Right? Because there's a lot that comes with you, right? Because there's all kinds of women that are connected to a pretty woman. There's single, not so pretty women, but they bodies is banging. There's very beautiful, pretty women, and they bodies are banging. There's high income, low income, like all kinds of women that are attached to a pretty woman. And so guys know this. So it's like, oh, it's nothing. I'll pour you that water. But if you man up and say, no, motherfucker, pour your own glass.
Now you get hurt.
Right.
Why?
Because now what's going to happen is that no is going to sting greater than you actually tasing her and pouring that water on her. Because the no's she got are far and few between.
Right.
The no you got that she was comfortable with was the no that she already had. I want $1 trillion yacht. You got $1 trillion? I know, I just want one. So you already had your no on that. So it's not really a no because you don't have it. You don't have access to it. So you're good with that. But that glass of water that sits at that very table that you could have reached over and got for yourself, but you wanted to be served by somebody, and you got to know that's going to hurt because it's accessible.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a great downfall though. Like to be comfortable with that misinformation. And you see these videos time and time again where they're asking women, what do men like? And it's always this extra dramatized, cosmetic field individual. And men at large are like, no. Because even the men that get with those women, they don't like it. They like the person.
Right.
She just happened to have that shit on her. But she was just a good enough woman for that dude.
And he was just big enough to overlook it.
Right. He know you got this obtuse angled ass back there on them toothpick legs. Looking like the fourth extra out of Bug's Life. But that man said, you know what? That's not what made her her. That's the thing that makes her her. I could see it. In some cases, sometimes they take the extra step and, you know, build family, and sometimes they just keep it right there. A lot more times they just keep it right there.
Yeah.
Than actually go forward. Or the ones that claim to like it, they'll buy a new set of titties and ass, let you have it, and then when they done with you, they go get a new one to slap a new set of titties and ass on. It's a cold world, bro. It's a cold world. So then,
but it's some of us that make it cold. That's how you know that they got a bailout. Because if you didn't have a bailout, what other person on this planet is going to get body augmentation that is not necessary, has nothing to do with medical. It's strictly cosmetic. It's life threatening.
Right.
And at the end of the day, there's no benefit from it. These women, that's the thing too. Why you running to go get these BBLs? How many old women you done seen with them? You need to go check it out and see what an old woman with a BBL look like and how she feel.
Right.
But, hey, keep doing what you do.
You know what I find odd too?
Might not even make it to old age.
You know what I find odd too? The girl that is not so robust in build. She's very up and down, right?
Yeah.
Like that girl would get multiple dates from quality guys who are looking to like build with her, right? And women that got all the surgery can't understand how is this particular woman getting these type of guys.
Right.
Because when they take her clothes off, a great value stamp or a Mattel stamp ain't there. That's why.
That's a good one.
But the biggest thing is though, it's not even really about the surgery. It's about the mindset of the surgery. It's you needed to get the surgery to have confidence in oneself. So if that's the case, I don't need to have you within my confines because you lack confidence. You need an additional attachment to then be confident.
And you still ain't confident.
That's more threatening to a situation when you're looking to build with somebody and that person don't have themselves.
They're operating out of an insecure place. So how can you deal with somebody who's operating out of an insecure place? Because in actuality, everything is going to be in the end actually insecurity. They're going to always be seeking insecurity because they're not insecure within themselves. So there's always going to be a problem.
I just don't understand, like, why would you go to great lengths for a temporary situation?
Because they believe that that's going to change their life.
Oh, it's going to change your life, just not the way you think it's going to change it, right?
Yeah.
So
you're going to get the attention, but you're going to get all the attention from the guys. You're still not going to get the attention from the guys you were trying to get.
Right.
The problem is most of those guys were looking for you to have something in your damn head, not to go get something added onto you. It's like, men are visual creatures.
Okay.
Yeah, we all are visual creatures.
Right.
Boys are the only ones that want to put their hands on it, and men know not to touch. We just look at it like, damn, that's a mess.
But to your point, we all are visual creatures because that's majority of the thing that we operate off of, what we visually see, the perception that we take in is like, oh, right. This person's here, oh, this person's there.
But somebody blind,
right?
Somebody blind because they only seeing it, or they're not blind, they're partially blind. Because if they were blind, they just wouldn't. Maybe they wouldn't mess up because they wouldn't see it at all. But the fact that they partially blind, that's why they only can see partially the truth. They see partial things. So they see the man look at the woman with the BBL while ignoring that he's with the woman who doesn't have a BBL. I just like, I had women who told me I like light-skinned women with long hair, but I'm with them and they dark-skinned with short hair. I like that woman over there, but I'm with you. Okay, make sense.
You can't fix anybody's insecurities. One of my mentors said something to me. I was going through a situation with somebody, and he said, D, a lot of the words that start with I are intentional. I said, what do you mean? He said, the situation that we're discussing, that person is insecure. That starts with an I. You can't do anything. You can't secure that for them. The N starts with I. So to be within something, you have to be aligned with you. That's an I thing. Intelligence doesn't come from the world like people perceive it to be. You could be taught a bunch of shit, but if you're not open to receive the information, then I will not accept it.
Wow. Wow. That's deep.
Yeah.
And it's like when you said it, as soon as you said it, I picked up on it, but I didn't get it. I like
Yeah,
that.
he made me drop a lot of people that day. That's it. Hey, yeah, I ain't fucking with none of y'all. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you start looking at things for what they really are and who they really are. But then it's also too, you do gotta be mindful of who you have in your circle. Because then you end up back to where we started. Messing around with different trauma types.
Emotional, childhood, and physical.
Mm-hmm. And most of our traumas happen in childhood, but we adults. And because we think we such adults, we can't be traumatized. You know what cracked me up too? Is the same people that tell you that you need to go get therapy are the main people that won't go to therapy.
Or never been.
That's another good talking point.
Yeah, or never been. Yeah, never been. Yeah, I call them.
Next time somebody tell me to go ahead.
I call them internet idiots.
Hey, the next time somebody tell me to go therapy, I'm like, who you use? Who do you subscribe? Because I need to know whether I need to go to them or not go to them. Based off your answers.
You know what's gonna happen. Oh, I got a black therapist. Yeah, what's their name though? Still.
What office?
Yeah, I ain't even ask you what their race was, but that's cool. Yeah.
You know, I ain't need all that information, but okay, since you volunteered that, how do I get in touch with them?
Mm-hmm. The motherfucker gonna say Google.
Yeah, I don't want you to call their therapist.
Yeah, because they ain't got one.
No, they left.
Ain't got one.
Shoot, they got a therapist, TikTok, Facebook. That's why they crazy now.
We're speaking of somebody need a therapist. This cat needs a therapist. I'm walking up on me. No, I ponder more about the situation, and I dislike it for the younger generation going forward. For anything to work in this world, it's going to require people, right?
Right.
How can I put this? I'm not for certain that if people don't make it through the test of time, animals evolve and start to walk upright and, start to order and operate the world in a way that is fit. But I'd rather that not be the case or even try to find out. I'd rather people be at the forefront of this world, and I'd rather people be at the forefront of themselves and be secure with who they are.
A big part of that problem is where we live. It's sad because, like I said, we know this country profits off our downfall, our demise, our misery. So it does everything it can to keep us jacked up and messed up.
To a degree. I would say to a degree, you're absolutely right. But then ain't nobody.
We do it ourselves.
Right. Because I'm about to say, ain't no government entity going around here telling you go get a BBL because that's what men like. In statute section sub 3 says Belinda gotta go get a back out of me.
So that her husband, a future, maybe actually want her.
Right. But that's
and then it's that 1%. Well, Susan got a BBL and she got married.
Yeah, but how many Susans out here?
Yeah, and then how long did Susan stay married?
Right. You don't want to get to that part of the story. It's just the
Did
fact.
it really work like it? Yeah.
Just because it can be done doesn't mean it's a success. Like,
Ooh, that right there.
you know, so somebody did a backflip into the volcano one time, right? And that they wasn't intending to, but it was a safe landing. Quote
I can do
unquote.
it too.
Right.
Everybody can do it.
Everybody can do it. But that's not how it works. And it's crazy.
I got a question for you, D.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they call it the exception to the rule if everybody can do it? You got an answer?
Oh God damn.
I'm just saying. Why would they say it's the exception to the rule if everybody can do it? Wouldn't that be the majority?
Now you're gonna piss off the all-inclusive people, and you done already made the flat earthers mad. Now you pissed off the inclusive people.
I'm coming for everybody. Wait till I get on the holy people, and I'm one of them. Because quiet kept, we need to have a straight up church cleaning. Just go through and burn them. Just turn them into something. Turn them into school. Make them into something useful. Because that right now as a church, they definitely ain't useful. Because all these unholy folks are around here. And I live in a place in Michigan. In my spot in Michigan, we got one area where it's over 600 churches. You can't bend the corner without
God damn.
And everybody's still going to hell.
Whoa, 600 churches.
At one point in time, there was over 600 churches in my little small area. And
Man,
I ain't talking about Detroit. I'm talking about the small area outside of it.
Listen,
you couldn't bend a corner without hitting a church.
At that point, I'm just gonna be the one that said, I'm sorry, y'all. It might be offensive. I'm really not sorry. Jesus ain't there. He ain't there, y'all.
Well, we don't care if Jesus. He just make sure you leave y'all.
Right, because he ain't. Hey, listen.
We just want to make sure you leave y'all.
Shit, 600.
600.
Bro, some major cities ain't got that many.
Yeah. Less than that now, but it's still like 300-400. And it ain't even that. I don't even think we got that many people going.
Oh God, man, let me tell you like this. This is how if I this what I would have done if I was in that situation. We're gonna get back to the topic. I would have opened up a quote unquote church, but I would have done nothing but sold them they use Bibles back. I'm like, listen, it's already got the highlighted sections in there, so you can go ahead.
Hey, this one's already got your name in it.
Already got your name.
Signed by you.
Ain't that the day you got baptized? Yep. No, but I go back to this misinformation, and we got a lot. Got a lot figured out. It's crazy that in order for you to be misinformed, you have to be comfortable with the misinformation. And for you to be comfortable, it's also saying that you desire to roll with that, right? It's just like somebody coming telling me you said something and I just lash out, right? And I don't go to find out, hey, did this really take place or not? No, I was looking for a reason to beat your ass. And that wouldn't be right, because I just really reacted off my own thing. And I think whereas human beings in general, we all hit that level of comfortability with misinformation, of doing the extra look, and it sets us up every time. But this misinformation about men, I would say to women, is sit and have discussion with multiple men. Have discussions. Not go on dates. Have discussions. And men, I would say stop letting women into our places. If it's a private sector, let it stay and remain that way. And women, same for y'all. Stop letting men into y'all private sectors. Because that causes a lot of that misinformation too. That shit is not cool at all. By no means.
No, it is not. So you have a lot of different spaces and places where they could get the misinformation.
Well, he had 600 at one time.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. Who you go in there and who is it full of?
Well.
So then they're like, well, how do we get more men in the church? Stop lying. That shit out loud again. I keep thinking on music.
Well, brother, I appreciate you, man, doing this with me, man.
Brother.
Man, any last words for the people?
Just be honest with yourself. Live in reality. Don't make it up as you go. Stop projecting. And stop believing your feelings, because they change like the wind. Stand on the facts, on the truth. And not your truth or the truth as you make it up, but the truth as it is. And the truth is not subjective. Just the lies you tell yourself.
Boy, he talked to a whole nation right there. And damn, that boy he got the flat earthers. Got the holy rollers. Damn, this boy he came through and cleaned up.
And let me come back for the holy rollers, because they're going to be like, well, who are you to judge me? The word of God says, y'all misinterpret that word. It doesn't say don't judge. It just says be mindful of the way that you judge people. So make sure you're doing what you're doing, so that when you go to judge somebody else, that they don't that you don't get caught out on your hypocrisy. So it's not saying don't judge people. It just says be mindful of how you judge people. I mean, what is your purpose in judging someone? Is it out of love, or is it because you just want somebody to do what you want to do? So if you're judging people righteously, there's no issue with it.
Well, I ain't judging them out of love, and I damn sure ain't judging them because I want them to do. I'm judging them based on the situation at hand. If your ass come around me smelling like a wet skunk that then got peed on by a monkey, hey, your ass foul. You stink. I'm judging your ass.
Uh-oh, he's walking.
What? I don't know what's going on there, but.
Oh, sorry.
Nah.
Yeah. I'm trying to go in the candy jar, but I'm trying to put money in the candy jar, so I'll take it.
Hey, man. Do what you used to do for church. Do it for Jesus. Nah, man. I'll say this. Everything bro said is spot on. The truth is not subjective at all. There are no alternative facts. Right. There are no alternative facts to a situation at hand. It's just the truth, and you got to live with it, and not run away from it. Run towards it. The more you engage and engorge yourself with the truth, the more comfortable you are with being uncomfortable. There's a lot of situations that I'm seeing that I dislike for the younger generation is this odd notion that men don't need women and women don't need men. And it's an infectious one because we have people in the 4th decades and 5th decades of their lives living and clinging on to these misinformations as well, as into what men like and what men do and what men are. Men are not a monolith. there are types of men that you want. You want a righteous man. You want a good man. You want a upright man, right? But there's very much so hardened men. There are horrible men. There are indecent men. There are unkind men. There are hurt men. Go ahead.
This last one, and this chimes right in with D saying. Be honest with yourself. Stop just talking and be honest with yourself. Because a lot of times we just be talking. I want a man who's in church. I want a man who's good. And you go find a man that got a tattoo on his face, knowing damn well he ain't in no church. So be honest with yourself and stop saying what you want and look at what you're dating and see if what you're dating is lining up. Men and women, this for my brothers too. Look at what you're dating. And if what you're dating ain't lining up with what you're saying, then you need to check your mind and get your mind right so that you can get everything lined up. Because a lot of our problems is just that. And you know, thank you, because it's helping me to look at myself. I love to reflect. Mm-hmm. but looking at yourself in the mirror and looking at what you're dating, like we were talking about that trauma type.
Right.
You keep dating the same type of person, and then you keep saying that men ain't no good, and it's like, no, you keep dating the dude that every time you see him, he with 3, 4, 5 women. What do you think he's doing? But you keep ignoring that, then you go get with him, and then he cheats on you, and you're like, well, I don't understand it. Men just know, you just like the guy that cheating, you keep ignoring the fact that he cheats, or whatever that spirit is. So it's just like, be honest with yourself. Write down what you're saying. And look at what you're saying if it lining up with what you're picking.
Right.
Because a lot of times it ain't the men or the women that's the problem. It's your picker.
Yeah. And you are definitely you. You are definitely you. I've said it before. I say it again. You can't outrun you. You can go 1,000 miles an hour and your shadow will be right there with you the entire time. So
breathing just as hard, laughing like, why are we running so far? Fast.
Right. Damn cat, what do you want? Move. You got a whole scratch pad over there to rub your face on. You come over here. Move. Go. Your ass gonna need some damn therapy or something. But anyway, yeah, back to the point I'm saying. There are variations of men that is unknown. Just like there's variations of women that are unknown. People like and do weird shit all the time. People like and do kind things all the time. And then sometimes on certain days you catch them in a mixture of where they didn't fucking ate pickles and cotton candy for breakfast, and then by noon they want to go to brunch and have mimosas and talk about Aristotle and the great inventions that's coming down the pipeline for the future that's going to progress the future. And you're like, wait a minute, you just had pickles and cotton candy at 7:30 in the morning. What? People do people shit. So don't make the misconception that overall, because of a few things have fell through the cracks, that's the overall appearance. Like my brother was saying, it would make no sense to even have the question, the exception to the rule, if everybody was the exception. We can't keep banking life off the minorities of certain situations that we believe that we will be fitting for, when in fact there's a belief. It's not a form of knowledge. Sit and talk with men. They will respond. They will answer from their spot, genuine or disingenuine. However the case may be, take the information, compile the data, and see, damn, these dudes are really all different. And I will assure you, out of 1,000 or 100 or so, you're going to find that 10 to 12 that's going to be like, you know what? I love me a good BBL. But that's not going to be the majority. And then you will find...
Is that going to be the dude that you want?
Right. And then you're going to find the majority of dudes that's going to be like, I may tap it. I ain't going to stay with it. I ain't going to build no legacy with it.
and get it pregnant.
Aim for the mouth, fellas. But anyway, I leave y'all good people with this. This is the T-Max Network, man. We over here working, man. Shout out to my bro, Mr. TKO, man. Appreciate you. Really do. Man, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Over on Twitch, man. Y'all just go ahead, follow your boy. Let's get these numbers up. My Facebook gaming. Shout out to y'all. My Facebook people, man. Shout out to y'all as well. I appreciate everybody that came through. And also, if you like to be a sponsor, content creator, new panelist, well, you can go ahead and email us, or even just want to make a suggestion of a topic you want to see us handle. Go ahead and email us at tmaxnetworkllc@gmail.com. And again, you'll get a response. May not be the one you want, but somebody gonna say something to you. And I leave y'all with this, man. If the car ain't got no tires, you ain't going nowhere.
The officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first and world championship titles in a record 8 different weight division, guarantees his place in the Hall of Fame. He's recognized and known the world over as the people's champion.
My name is D-Nice. My name is D-Nice. My name is D-Nice. Taking out your suckers and yeah, and you don't stop.
I'm invincible, but I still fight doubt. And the only person that's gonna stop me is me. But once I overcame that fight, can't nothing stop me. I can't die. I'm immortal. Rejected, neglected, I feel disrespected. They told me go left, I didn't learn the right lessons. Been hard on my grizzle, my hustle got deadly. Y'all rap about shit I done murdered already. Ain't changing my image, focused on my vision. Hard-headed, don't listen, fake love, I ain't with him. This path I'm committed, slip up, but ain't tripping. My mind, I was spinning. Ain't talking about vision, just run me, my digits go broke. I ain't limping, it ain't